Hey guys, what's going on? If you're new here, welcome. My name is BrittanyNichole, and today we are doing a video that you guys suggested. Specifically, Renee Rose left this comment right here, and I fell in love with the idea of curating a drugstore makeup bag for a week. If you are not new to my channel, you know we love drugstore makeup around here. Honestly, I use most drugstore makeup in my everyday routine, so this resonates so well with me. And when I say drugstore makeup in this video, I mean drugstore, so makeup you can get at CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Target. So we're not using any ColourPop. You guys know I use ColourPop products in my everyday makeup as well, but I really did want to keep this drugstore where you can walk out your front door and go get it at your local drugstore, because I know a lot of you shop for makeup there. And I didn't want to throw in things like ColourPop where you'd have to go to like an Ulta or order online. So we are also in a new filming setup. We are actually in my bedroom today. I am in solely natural light, no studio lighting whatsoever. I'm a little bit worried about the sound because I do live off a busy street. So let me know if the sound is annoying and what you think of this setup. The reason I like to film videos every once in a while in natural light is so you can really see the integrity of the product. I love studio lights. I think there's a time and place for it, but natural light really highlights the makeup. And I think a lot of people still doubt drugstore makeup. Drugstore makeup has come such a long way, and I really want you to see how it performs in this video. So with all that said, if you are interested in seeing me apply my curated drugstore makeup bag in natural light, go ahead and keep watching. So before we get started, I wanted to give a quick shout out to my Allie Glines organization bag. If you guys don't know who Allie Glines is, she's a YouTuber. I love her so much. She's such a sweetheart, and her husband created these bags. Man, I want to say it's been at least a year at this point. Don't quote me on that, but I use these every single day for my organization. I put my makeup in here. I put my skincare in here. I put my hair care in here. So I really like it. So I wanted to give a quick shout out. I will link these down below. So the first product I'm going in with is the Milani Soft Focus Glow. I have the shade 01 Nude Glow. This is the most beautiful drugstore primer. It gives you such a pretty candlelight glow. If you like a dewy finish to your makeup and you prefer, for some reason, like a more matte foundation, but you still want to have a little bit of glow coming through, pick this up. It always makes any foundation that's too matte for me look so much glowier, dewier, and in all honesty, just smoother. You know, it's really hard when you film videos in natural light is you see all the people and their cute little dogs walking by. So it's really hard to stay focused on the camera because I just want to keep watching all of the dogs walk by. So that's the primer. I am going to pop some Aquaphor on my lips. I've been talking about Aquaphor, I think, since I started my channel. This is huge, and it's like, I don't know, less than $10 from the drugstore. And this will really prep your lips when you go in with your lip product. So I always have Aquaphor with me. So for foundation, and this is kind of a throwback, and I don't talk about it too much on my channel because I usually go in with my ColourPop Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Foundation, but this is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation, and it is beautiful. It does have SPF in it, which I personally like for daytime wear, but this is such a beautiful natural coverage foundation. It is beautifully radiant, and I just love it. I don't know why they market this towards like, you know, like an older market, because for any age, this is genuinely stunning. It's funny because my everyday makeup that I use, I sometimes don't talk about on YouTube all that much, and I don't know why. Like if I had a work meeting or a Zoom meeting or something, I guess we're all doing Zoom meetings right now, I grab for this all the time because it's undetectable on the skin and it's just beautiful. And like I said, extra SPF, you should definitely go in with a actual SPF during your skincare routine as well. Don't just leave it to your makeup product because you'd really need to apply a lot of makeup to, I think I have a dog hair on my lip. Yeah, I definitely did, or a cat hair, but you'd have to go in with a lot of makeup product in order to get the SPF coverage you need. But I need to go in and, you know, pounce a sponge over this to get rid of the lines. But see how beautifully radiant and natural that looks. It's such a good foundation. I got so much foundation on my earring. I'll clean that off in a little bit, but we're gonna go in with the next product. No surprise to anyone who's been here for a while. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I have the shade Light Beige. This has been out for at least a year now, and I fell in love with this stuff. This is really the only concealer I've been using since they launched it. I was not a fan of the original Camo Concealer. It was too drying for me. So if you gave that a shot and you didn't like it because it was too drying, try this. This is perfect. And you guys know I do not go in with a lot of product with this. So that's the base done. I don't set my under eyes. If you did want a setting powder from the drugstore, I've heard really good things about the Maybelline Fit Loose Powder. I've never used it, but I'm just not really a powder person. I will go in with like a powder bronzer and blush, but that is it for the base, and I think it looks perfect. So speaking of bronzer, the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It. Apparently everybody has had issues with the cap coming off. I need to get a new one, and I hope that L'Oreal is going to fix that issue because it's really annoying when you have a favorite bronzer that has the lid come off all the time. But I have the shade 01 Light. I love this stuff so much. It is not shimmery. I know in the pan it looks a little shimmery, but it does not come off shimmery on the face at all. It just gives you the perfect kind of sheeny finish, which I really, really like in a bronzer. If you liked more of a matte bronzer, the Milani Silky Matte is really good, and so is the Maybelline City Bronzer, but this one is by far my most reach for. I've never actually done my makeup in this window, and I really like it because I can really see everything. I don't have any other windows that I can get this close to really, so this might be my new getting ready place. So I don't go crazy with my bronzer. I really just add a little bit to add some dimension back into the face after I go in with my foundation and concealer. So moving on to blush, I cannot choose between the two of these, you guys. They are so good. I have the Burt's Bees Bare Peach Blush and the Milani Tea Rose Powder Blush. I wear both of these equally as much, so I think I'm gonna go in with the Burt's Bees just because it's on the peachier side, and that's kind of what I'm feeling today. But the Milani is just as gorgeous. The formulas are perfect, and again, they both have kind of a sheen to it, which I prefer. I just love it. It's so pretty. It goes on easy. It lasts forever. The pigment sticks around all day. So I'm just going to take my sponge real quick and kind of tap over the edges and really melt that into the skin. So for highlight, again, no surprise if you've been watching me for a while, this is the Revlon Skin Lights in Daybreak Glimmer. The most beautiful highlight from the drugstore I think I've ever tried and ever owned. I really haven't been using much of anything else. If I do, I'm going in with my Becca. Look at that. It's just so pretty. Be easy though, because this can go on like kind of like I just did right there, really heavy, really quick. But like I was saying, if I ever use a different highlight, it is the Becca Chloe palette. But I love that equally as much as I love this. Such a pretty formula. So now that the base is done, I like to go in and set or kind of refresh the face after I've gone in with powders. This is the NYX Bear With Me Prime Set Refresh Spray. Really, really nice product. I've probably gone through like 6 bottles of these. The sprayer is beautiful, and I say this every time I go in with setting spray. Sometimes on YouTube we get a little crazy and like spray all over. You really only need to do this. That's it. That is plenty to take down the powder. So for brows, I'm going to go in with the Milani Precision Brow in medium brown. This is by far my favorite drugstore pencil. And then I'm going to go ahead and set that with the e.l.f. Wow Brow in neutral brown just to put some fibers into my brows and make them really nice and fluffy. I did just dye my brows with the Just For Men dark brown, so I really don't need a lot here. Dyeing my brows makes doing my brows so much easier. And then just to make sure those don't go anywhere, I'm going to add the Milani Clear Brow Gel on top. I had to take a little break for a second because my eyes have just been watering like crazy. My allergies in the middle of winter and summer get so bad that my eyes just start tearing. So my concealer is getting a little bit funky right here, but that is not the concealer's fault at all. That is my eyes just watering like crazy. And then I also noticed I somehow got foundation on my shirt. Hopefully you guys haven't been looking at me like you slob this entire video. I don't know how I did that, and I'm a little worried it's not going to come up, but I guess you live and you learn. So if I were to be going in with eyeshadow, I was going to recommend all of the Milani Gilded palettes. These are really, really nice palettes from the drugstore. They have so many color stories and they blend so well. I'll just show you this one. This is Gilded Coast, a really, really nice cool palette. Let me show you a warmer palette. This is one of my favorites. This is Gilded Nudes. Nobody talks about these palettes and it shocks me because they're beautiful. But like I said, my eye situation is not very great right now, so I'm not going to do that because I know my eyes are going to start watering once I put an eyeshadow brush to it. So just imagine I did all of my eyeshadow and it looks beautiful, and we're going to move on to mascara. Actually, real quick before we get into mascara, let me just show you some of the drugstore liners I like. This is the Essence Silky Nude Liner. I really like this. I don't know about you guys, but my CVS has Essence, which is why I'm including that. I also have the Physicians Formula Waterproof Liquid Liner. This is really, really nice and does not transfer if you have hooded eyes. And then I have the LA Girl Glide On Gel Liner in black. I love black. I love brown. So to be honest with you guys, I don't have a drugstore mascara, but I'm going to be using one that is very, very similar to the Maybelline Snapscara. That is hands down what I would recommend. I have tons of videos using that. Beautiful, best drugstore mascara I've ever used. It's a tubing mascara, so it comes off really easy. Very similar to the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions. This is the only thing I use on my eyes, which is why I don't have a drugstore mascara, but I would definitely bring the Maybelline Snapscara since it's like the exact same thing. This just makes your lashes look a little bit longer. I guess I could put my hair back and stop looking like such a scrub since I'm done with the base makeup, but I only did my upper lashes again because my eyes are just so watery. I don't want to risk having mascara fall down. So let's move on to lips. This is the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in Sugar and Spice. I love this so much. Do not spend a ton of money on high-end wooden pencils like MAC. MAC used to make my favorite lip pencils when you can get the same thing for like $2.99 from the drugstore. And then for lipstick, you guys already know I'm going in with the Revlon Super Lustrous Lip Shine. This is my favorite drugstore lipstick. You don't need a gloss with these, although I am gonna apply a gloss. They are beautiful, they are glossy, and they're not very hard to work with because they're so forgiving. It's not gonna go in with like a ton of pigment. It's a light pigment and it's beautiful. So since I filled in the lips with a nude lip liner, I think I'm just gonna go in with Nude Illuminator. And finally, even though we don't need it, I'm gonna top everything off with the Essence Shine 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 Lip Gloss. This is so glossy. You won't be upset if you like tint the tip because it's like $3 and it really is wet looking. Although, like I said, you don't really need it with this lipstick. See how that gloss just kind of takes away any kind of like lines in the lips? It's kind of blurring. It's awesome. I love it. So that is it for a full face using my curated bag of drugstore makeup. I mean, be honest. Do you think you could tell a difference between this or if I spent $600, $700 on my makeup? I did just purchase a full face from primer to setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury. So watch for a video of that. I'm going to be really curious to tell if I can see a difference between this makeup and that makeup. So I hope this video was helpful to some of you. I apologize about the eye situation. Bear with me. Winter is hard and I need to find a new allergy medicine. But I did just post a 2 actually eyeshadow tutorials using the new Alter Ego palette. So if you are interested in seeing some affordable eyeshadow, you can always check that out. I will link it down below. Otherwise, if you're interested in seeing any more videos from me, please subscribe. It means the world to me. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, so I know I should make more content like this. Thank you again for suggesting this video. Leave any and all suggestions down below. 2021 is gonna be the year of you guys and creating content that you want to see. So thank you so much for watching again, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.